Hi, I'm Paris, and at the supermarket recently to pick up some stevia-sweetened sodas to try out for a video, I saw a drink I had never seen before and didn't know existed. It's maple water. Now, we have maple syrup in the house. What's the connection between these two? Is this particularly good for you? And how does it taste?
Epic Review Guys.
Our local store has Drink Maple. I think there are 3 companies that bottle maple water. This is a 12-ounce bottle, went for about $2, a little on the pricey side. It was actually right next to the coconut water, which I think this is intended to be a competitor to. It's only 30 calories for this bottle with 7 grams of sugar. And the one nutritional item it seems to have quite a bit of is manganese. So where does maple water come from? Well, it actually does come from maple trees, same as maple syrup. In fact, this is collected in the springtime when the sap comes up out of the roots and goes back up into the tree to feed the leaves. That liquid that gets tapped to make maple syrup is the same liquid that is maple water. But to get maple syrup, they take a lot of this and they boil it. They boil a lot of the water out and they basically thicken it up. So what you have left is syrup. And as for maple water's nutritional benefit, well, it's very nutritional for maple leaves because that's what it's intended for. It's mostly water with a little bit of sugar. Now, it picks up what's been in the soil throughout the winter because that's where the sap sits down in the roots. So supposedly it picks up some trace minerals, some prebiotics, some, different things that may be good for you. Now, tests they have done over the years with maple syrup show that there are some healthful components of this, but would you find them in this? Well, probably, because this is the same stuff. This is basically concentrated maple water. So the question is, though in the test they found those particular things in the maple syrup, would there be enough of them in just plain maple water to really make a difference for you? To give you an idea of the concentration that happens, in this 12-ounce bottle, there are 7 grams of sugar. In this 12.5-ounce bottle of maple syrup, pure maple syrup, there are 200 grams of sugar. 7, 200. And so some people argue this is just the next trendy water, $2 bottle of water that's not that much different from what a penny would buy you out of your own tap. But none of that matters if it doesn't taste good and if you don't like drinking it. So I can't answer the other questions definitively about if it is going to be extremely healthful, but I can tell you what I think of the taste. Now, nothing's been done to this after it's been taken from the tree, as I understand it, except it has been pasteurized. So you don't get bad bacteria growing in there. And while I was researching this online, I did find there's a company that will sell you raw maple water that hasn't been pasteurized. At your own risk, you would drink that. Okay. Let me pour it in a glass so you can see what it looks like. It's got a little color to it. Well, is that color or is that just opaqueness, something floating around? It's not air bubbles. Let me zoom in. I don't know if I would say it has a tint or a color, but it's not completely clear. I can say that. There's something in there. Time for the taste test. Okay, I can taste sweetness. Different than if it were just sugar water. So I guess there is that maple essence to it, which is so strong in syrup because it's been concentrated. Here, it's a very light bouquet of that. By the way, I am drinking it cold. I had it refrigerated, and they do recommend that. I would say it tastes surprisingly sweet for how little sugar there actually is in it. And I don't know about the benefit of the nutritional claims that they have, but it only has 7 grams of sugar, but it tastes like it has a lot more. So I think this could substitute for something else that you're drinking that is loaded with sugar. If maple water hasn't made it to your local supermarket, I'll have a link down below this video to where you can find it online. You can keep checking back for our future videos, or you can click that subscribe button down below. You'll get notified when our videos go up. See you on the next review.
Shopping is easy when you know what to buy. At Epic Review Guys, we give it a try. What does the fox buy? Nobody knows, but before he goes shopping, he watches our videos.